Now let's get going, folks, and we'll begin like we will every day here on Menzoid Mornings with something that's really grinding my gears. Time now for the Menzoid monologue. Well, here in Ontario, the Victoria Day weekend is really the first unofficial long weekend of summer. It means kicking back on a patio, going up to the cottage, firing up the backyard barbecue, basically living that life that is depicted in, I don't know, about 9 out of 10 beer commercials. After all, a long weekend is all about rest and relaxation as one grabs some rays, weather permitting of course, and enjoys a tall, cold one. Now, a Canadian summer long weekend, however, is not, I repeat, is not an appropriate time for a wedding. Actually, correction, even a regular summer weekend should be a wedding-free zone. So sorry, brides-to-be, but can you kindly leave the good old summertime alone as you plan your nuptials? Now, I've railed about this for decades, folks, but the message, it just isn't sinking in. Indeed, the reason I'm raising this issue yet again is that a Sun News colleague was lamenting that her Victoria Day weekend is already ruined because she foolishly agreed to go to a wedding this weekend. She should have declined. She wanted to decline, but she says that would have been rude. Actually, the real act of rudeness here was perpetrated by the person who scheduled a long summer weekend wedding to begin with. This is just too precious a time for any winter-weary Canuck to squander by eating some rubber chicken dinner and then doing that accursed chicken dance. Put another way, do you really want to get all dolled up and spend a super summer weekend taking in something like this?
We're gathered here today to join together.
Father, did we already start?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I thought there was supposed to be a buzzer or a whistle or something.
To join together this man and this woman in holy matrimony. But before we do that, I understand the bride and groom have each prepared something. Hmm?
Okay. Dear Steve, they say if you set something free and it comes back, you should love it forever. And like one of your silk plants, I will try to stay beautiful. That is my endeavor. I know our lives together will be great, just like when we saw David Copperfield on our first date. Love, Emily.
See what I mean? You want to sit through that on a beautiful summer weekend? Granted, I fully realize that the wedding industry, aka the biggest shakedown operation this side of the funeral biz, loves to promote summertime nuptials, but too bad, so sad. As the Menzoid has told family members and friends and colleagues over the years, if you're scheduling a wedding ceremony anytime from Victoria Day to Labor Day, sorry, I'm booked. So don't even send out that fancy schmancy wedding invitation. Nothing personal, but summer weekends, especially long summer weekends, make for Canada's most perishable commodity. In most regions, the good weather doesn't even kick in until mid-June. By late September, those glorious hot sunny days are already a fading memory, but alas and alack, summer is also wedding season. Apparently, it's all about the whiz-bang photo op, and July always trumps January when it comes to lush greenery and blossoming tulips and ducks floating on still ponds and all that palaver. Even so, to paraphrase Chico Rodriguez of Chico and the Man fame, ease not my problem. Indeed, here's some advice your wedding guests will truly appreciate. Opt for one of those harvest-themed weddings, in the fall. Actually, if you combine that wedding with Halloween, you'll find out eventually that both these occasions actually share many commonalities. Or, like our own Alexandra Gunn did last December, bundle up and go for that winter wonderland shtick by getting hitched in the dead of winter. Oh, God bless you, Alexandra. That was a brilliant idea. One caveat, though. Please avoid scheduling your wintertime wedding on a weekend that involves either the Grey Cup or the Super Bowl. I don't do those shindigs either, folks, and any guy who does must immediately turn in his man card. Your third option, elope. Hey, it's romantic. Think of the money you'll save. Look, speaking on the behalf of the vast majority of Canadians from coast to coast, can we please agree to implement a moratorium on the summertime wedding? This would not be an issue if Canada had a year-round climate that was akin to, say, Phoenix. But as it stands now, even with alleged global warming heating up the joint for longer periods of time, summer is just too short a season in these parts. And to ask any Canadian to give up a sunny summer weekend, especially a sunny summer long weekend, in order to attend a wedding is not an act of benevolence. Rather, it's an act of utter selfishness on the behalf of the bride and groom, because when it comes to the good old summertime, I'd rather be doing the weeding than attending a wedding. Hey, at least that way I'd still be spending some precious time in the great outdoors. And that's the Menzoid monologue.